Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my business educational platform. Remember, we were discussing the nature of partnership. Today, we'll discover the types of partners and we will also see some of other essential elements regarding the partnership in our next lecture, in our next chapter. So, there exists the active working partner, there exists the silent partner, there exists the sleeping or the dormant partner, there exists the partners in profit only, there exists the nominal partner, there exists the sub partner, and there exists the partner by estoppel by holding out. So what does the active working partner do? This is a partner who is actively engaged in conduct of the business and is known as to third parties as a partner. Such a partner can bind firm with his acts done in the ordinary course of business. Public notice is required if he retires from the firm. So he will actively involving in the activities of the partnership, meeting with the CEOs, CFOs, conducting the analysis of the firm and all. He will, if he will retire, he must have to share the public notice if he is retiring from the partner. Then there is the silent partner. He is opposed to the active partner. He does not actively participate in the activities of partnership or doesn't meet any partner. This is a partner who has no voice in management of the partner. It shares profits and losses and is fully liable for debts of the firm. But he will share the profits and the losses and fully liable for the debts of the firm. But he will not actively participate in the activities of the partnership. Then we have the sleeping or the dominant partners. Who is it? This is a partner who is not known to third parties as a partner. So as he is sleeping, he will not know to the third parties or the partnership firms. So he will be sleeping and he will not actively participate in the activities of the partnership. He may or may not take part in conduct of business. So he has the authority to participate, but he will not participate. He invests his capital and is equally liable for debts of firm. Public notice is not required if he retires from the firm, and he is not liable for any act of firm after his retirement. So it is not necessary if he is retiring, he has to show the notice. Then we have the partners in the profits only. This is partner who by agreement is entitled to share profit but does not share losses. So he will be only partner in the profits, not in the losses. However, his liability to a third party is still unlimited. So as the other partners have unlimited liability, his liability will also be still unlimited. Then we have the nominal partner. This is the partner who does not contribute any capital or share in profit but lends his name to firm. However, his liability to a third party is still unlimited. So then we have the sub partner. If partner agrees to transfer his share of profit with an outsider, such an outsider is called a sub partner. A sub partner is not an actual partner. He has no right in the firm and is not liable for debts of the firm. So I hope you understood the types of partners. Now we are moving to the next chapter, that is about the mutual rights and duties of partners or relations to the partners and another. So what are the mutual rights and duties of partners? So rights of partners can be modified by agreement between partners. So all the rights must be written in the agreement or modified in the agreement. So right to participate shows that every partner can take in part in business conduct regardless of their capital contribution. However, if partner wishes, he may agree not to participate in business. So it depends upon our nature, whether he is an active partner or sleeping partner, or he is actively taking the part, he is participating in the activities of partnership or not. So he has the right, but it is upon his wish. Then we have the right to be consulted. So all the partners must be consulted if a firm is making a joint venture or mergering acquisition, or he is hiring a machinery. Partners should be consulted on decisions. Final decisions are based on the majority of the vote. So he will only share his opinion. So finally the majority has the authority to decide whether they are going for the mergers, acquisitions, or they are hiring a new machinery or not. Then we have the right to access books and accounts. So he will look all the books, accounts, all the necessary transactions that are being occurred for the partnership. Partners can access, inspect any copy, any form of the firm's records. So internal records, he may check out whether the firm is showing its transparency or not. So then we have the rights to interest on capital. Interest on capital is provided if agreed among partners and the firm earns a profit. If the firm will be the profit, he has to share the interest on the capital. Then we have the right to interest on advances. Partners who provide extra loans to the firm are entitled to 6% per annual interest or as agreed. Then we have the right to be indemnified. Partners can claim reimbursement if they incur expenses. If they are incurring their own expenses, they may claim their reimbursement during regular business activities and emergencies to prevent losses if certain emergency occur. Then we have the right of outgoing partner. Upon retirement or death, a partner her hires claim either 6% per annual interest on balance or proportionate share in profits earned after retirement or death. Then we have the variation in partnership. Following partners' terms can change with consent of all partners. Nature of business, adding a partner, profit and loss sharing ratios. Then we have right after changes in a firm. If certain changes occur, right and duties of partners stay the same, even if changes occur in the firm, unless all partners agree to modify them. Examples include like the firm continues business beyond a fixed term, or the firm starts a new venture or project, or merging its business or acquiring a new business, a new partner joins or an existing partner retires. So then we have the major or mandatory duties of partners. So they cannot avoid from these duties. Like joint and several liability, all the partners have joint and several liability or the unlimited liability. Then we have the duty to act within the authority. Partners must act within their authority. If a partner exceeds his authority and firm suffer losses, it shall compensate loss under partners ratify duty in emergency. If any emergency occur, he has to perform his duties in any emergency or certain losses incur or any natural disaster occur. Partners must take action in emergencies to prevent losses to the firm, even if it means exceeding their authority. Like you see, there exists the strikes, so the transportation system become closed. So if there is any perishable goods partnership, so then if there will be the losses, so all the partners must have to act in the emergency. Then we have the common advantage duty. Each partner should use their skills for the firm's benefit, not personal gain. Any personal profit made must be returned to the firm. So there will not, the business should be separate from the personal entity. As there is the concept of business entity, so all the business activities must be done in the business. Then we have the duty to provide true accounts. Partners are required to provide accurate accounts, vouchers and explain records to partners or their hires. So they have to be fair and transferable to the other partners. Then we have the duty to provide full information. Partners must fully disclose any information affecting the firm. If a partner earns secret profit by hiding any information, he will return it to the firm. If he will not return it to the firm, then certainly some legal action will be taken into his conduct. Then we have the duty to indemnify for fraud. Any partner causing losses to firm through fraud miscompensate the firm, then they have to indemnify for the fraud. So what are the qualified duties of partners? Duty to use firm's property. All the partners can use the firm's property or the assets that the firm hold. Then we have duty not to engage in competing business. So all the partners cannot engage in the competing business. Suppose they are farming the business of beverages, so the other partners will not engage in the competing beverages industry. Then duty to not to transfer interest, so they will not transfer the interest to the third party or the other person that will act on behalf of his partner. Then duty to share losses, all the partners have to share the losses. And then duty to neglect, partners must compensate for any losses caused by willful neglect. Anything that will be neglected by knowingly. If they will neglect anything, then they will compensate for losses. Duty to work diligently. Every partner should diligently perform their duties except for silent or sleeping partners. So the sleeping partners will be only involved in the profits or the losses. So they will not actively participate in the activities of the partnership. Duty to work without remuneration. Partners cannot claim remuneration for their work unless agreed otherwise. So they will only be require profit, not the remuneration. So if there is any agreement signed that we will all the partners will get certain remuneration, then they can get the remuneration. So I hope you understood the duties of partners. So till now, Allah Hafiz, see you in next lecture.